Could this be the future of gaming? Could this be the future of media consumption altogether? These are the Viture Pro XR glasses. What exactly are they? What do they do? How much do they cost? And most importantly, am I convinced? So buckle up, because we are about to take a quick look at the market's newest set of AR glasses. What exactly are Viture XR glasses? And now I can tell you from experience, it is exactly what we thought the future was going to be like 20 or 30 years ago in movies, when you put on a pair of glasses and everything is just projected in front of you. Not quite at Tony Stark levels, but let's start by completely breaking down exactly what these do. So these glasses each have a little screen in them, and when you put them on your face and plug them into a device, the device is then projected in each eye, giving you a massive 110 plus inch screen right in front of you. But what's the image quality like? And how exactly do you get your image from your device to the glasses? Every pair of glasses comes with a USB Type-C cable. And here's one of the things that I absolutely love about the Viture glasses is it's just a magnetic clasp. Check this out. Oh, it's so satisfying. I really, really enjoy that. In the same way I enjoyed the click wheel on the original iPod. So that's it. You just put these things on, clasp that to the back, and then you got USB-C on this side. So you could take your cell phone and plug it right in, and it projects what you're seeing on your phone in your glasses. Or you could take your ROG Ally, plug them right into the top of your ROG Ally, same thing. Same goes with the Steamdeck, iPad, gaming PC, you name it, you can plug these into it. And they don't need power. They're actually powered by whatever you're plugging them into. They also work on the Nintendo Switch. Now, because the Nintendo Switch requires a dock to output its video feed, there is a dock that you can purchase separately from this that allows you to use your Switch, but that also has HDMI in on it, and I'm gonna save the dock for a whole nother video because there's a ton of stuff that dock can do. Some of the other questions that I had when I first got these glasses: can I play my Xbox on them? Can I play my PlayStation on them? And the answer is yes. They are official partners of PlayStation Play. So if you have the PlayStation app installed on your phone, you can plug it into your phone, Bluetooth the controller to your phone, and play all your PlayStation games on here. And the same applies for the Xbox. Or that dock I mentioned earlier has an HDMI input on it. You can just run your PlayStation or your Xbox into that HDMI input, and then it projects in the glasses in the same way, in case you don't want to stream your games. Now let's take a look at the specs of these glasses. Unlike a lot of other stuff on the market, like the Apple Vision Pro, these things are small. I mean, this is like the size of a pair of sunglasses. You can throw them in your bag. You can't do that with the Vision Pro. When you have these on, they are transparent. I can still see you. The screens are actually up in the top. Now, I will say the top portion of your eyesight is obstructed a bit, but I could totally walk around the room with these things and still see everything. I probably wouldn't, because why would you? But you can. And one of the really cool features of the Pro model, which is the ones we're talking about here, is they have a dimming feature. So right now I'm staring at my phone screen. Let's open up a YouTube video. Of course, I'm gonna watch one of my own videos. So right now I have them in the transparent mode. I don't know if you can see my eyes in the camera, but I can see everything pretty much totally clear. I also have like a 110-inch screen of myself talking about the Nitro deck. But if I just click this button on the side here, everything goes dark. I don't know how well you can see that or how well it translates in the camera, but the entire lens on the inside has gone completely black. So now the video is on a black background, as where when I had them open like this, I can still see the stuff around me. I can see all the arcade machines and stuff. They also do have shade covers that are just that you can clip them right to the front and completely black everything out. But on these Pro models, that auto darkening feature is really nice. Now getting down to the displays themselves. These screens inside here are 2 micro OLED screens, both running at 1920 by 1080 resolution, which for tiny little screens is really high. The thing that's really staggering about these screens, the brightness level is 4,000 nits, which in comparison to the original Viture XRs is like 120% brighter. One of the things I noticed right out of the gate when I put on the Viture Pros is how bright and vivid everything is. I mean, it was like mind-blowing to me. The other really great thing about these screens in here, each of them is equipped with a 120 Hertz refresh rate. So a combination of the resolution, the brightness, and the refresh rate of these things, when you have them on your face, everything looks not only really bright and vivid, but crystal clear. And with that refresh rate, there is like zero room for any kind of motion sickness, which I'm willing to admit is something that I have been known to get when wearing VR headsets. Some of the games in PlayStation VR made me really nauseous. I've never had any issues with these. And I will say the weight of the glasses are also very light. I think they're like 77 grams or something, which is probably, honestly, not that much heavier than my Ray-Ban Metas that I wear. Next, real quick, let's talk about the speakers. These frames are equipped with spatial audio. So there's some speakers on top, and there are some speakers on bottom. And the audio is done by Harman, so it's done very, very well. I was personally very surprised with how good the audio is when I wear these things. A couple other quick features these things have. They do support 3D and spatial video. So if you're taking any spatial video or photos with your new iPhone, you can totally use them with these. I tried it for the first time the other day, and the spatial video from the iPhone projected in these totally blew my mind. And if you're somebody who loves watching movies in 3D, you can do it with these, and the experience, in my opinion, is way better than watching 3D video on like an OLED TV with 3D glasses, because these screens are like right on your eyes. What about guys like me who wear prescription lenses? You can actually put prescription lenses in these, but they also have adjustments on each lens. So depending on how strong your prescription is, you may not even need to put prescription lenses in these. My prescription still at this point is what I would consider on the weaker side, and I can adjust these things to where everything is completely crystal clear. They do also have brightness and volume settings right on the frames. So once you put these things on, you can make all those adjustments on the side of your frames. Okay, now the big question. How much do these things cost, and what exactly do you get when you purchase them? There are currently 3 different models of the Viture AR glasses. The pair that I originally purchased last year were the Viture XR glasses. That was the first set that they put out. Now this year, since then, they have put out the Viture Pro XR glasses. Those are the ones that I've been holding here, and those are all the specs that I've been telling you about. The standard XRs are actually very similar to the Pros, the only difference being the brightness and the refresh rate on the original XRs. But this set of Pro XRs runs $459. And what you get for that is the glasses, the USB-C cable, of course, and you get the case. Now currently they do offer a Pro collection, which gets you the glasses, the mobile dock, and the Viture Cross 8-bit Do Bluetooth game controller. And that whole set is $588. So now let's talk about my personal experience with the Viture XRs and the Viture Pros. I can tell you the first set of Viture XR glasses was purchased by me. The company didn't reach out to me, they didn't send them to me. I kept seeing ads for them, I was very curious, so I bought a set. And I will admit, initially, it was sort of hard to get used to these things because there are so many adjustment points. It doesn't seem like it, but the glasses come with 4 different nose bridge pieces because, you know, everybody's nose and eyes sit slightly different from each other's, and there are optical adjustments on the top of each screen. So finding that perfect spot takes a little bit of practice. When I first put these things on, I was like, wow, giant screen in front of my face. But it's kind of like there was weird peripheral blurriness, and the top part of the screen was either kind of cut off or the bottom part of the screen, and I couldn't get it quite right. So I'll be honest, after the first week, I sort of put them down and didn't think about them until about 3 weeks later. I was laying in bed one night, I was playing my ROG Ally, and I thought, I'm gonna plug these things back in and check them out one more time. So I plugged them in, and I laid there that night and just played with a combination of the different nose pieces and the optical adjustments. All of a sudden, it was like the screen was centered perfect. There was no blurriness around the edges like I've noticed a lot of people talk about. So the one thing I can say is, if you plan on trying these out, you need to spend a little bit of time with them. This is a technology that is sort of needs to be personalized. So you need to figure out what is best for you, what adjustments work best on your face. And if you're willing to commit an hour or so to doing that, these things really start to pop. And it was at that point that I started playing with them every single time I played a game, and I became hooked on them. And I honestly can't think of the last time that I played on my ROG Ally or my Switch without wearing these. The audio's fantastic. The image is huge and bright. It's just a no-brainer for me. One thing I can say about using them with a device like the Ally or even the Steamdeck is you definitely have to buy one of their multi-taps. And what this is, it plugs into the top of your ROG Ally or your Steamdeck. Your glasses plug into one side and your charger plugs into the other, because, you know, the battery life on those things don't last very long. So if you want a way to charge your devices and wear your glasses at the same time, they have this little dongle adapter. I highly recommend that. The other thing I wanted to touch on that they do offer, but I'm only going to touch on this briefly because I'm going to talk about it in another video when I talk about the dock, is the headband. Viture offers this headband. So you wear the thing around your neck and your glasses plug right into it. And you can think of this thing as basically a mobile Apple TV. You can install just about any app you want on it, including Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, the Xbox app, the PlayStation app, and you can stream everything on here onto your glasses without needing any other device. It also has a really nice control pad, so you can control everything from there. But being an iPhone user, once the iPhone went to USB-C last year, the iPhone pretty much does everything that this neckband does and a little bit more. So I typically don't use the neckband all that often. I do think it's a really neat addition though. So if you don't want to travel with a bunch of devices, I would recommend checking out the neckband. So where does that leave us? My personal opinion is it really leads to a future of this being my preferred way of playing games. In fact, if I wasn't live streaming a lot of the games that I do, I probably would use these with my PC also. And let me tell you, if you've never tried laying in bed with your head resting back on your pillow, facing the ceiling, still being able to play your games on like a 110-inch screen, it's definitely something you should try out. Not to mention all the travel use cases that I come across since I've owned these. Flying on an airplane, staying in hotels, even traveling long distances in a car, these things are super handy. And if I didn't edit most of these videos on my iPhone, I probably would utilize these for editing as well. Since I've purchased my first set, I have partnered up with Viture, and they did provide me with this pair of Pro XRs. But I can tell you, after almost a year and a half of using these things pretty much exclusively all the time and traveling with them, this has become my absolute preferred way to not only play games, but watch television shows, watch media, and like I said, you can even consume 3D content on these things as well, including spatial video and photos that you can take with your phone. But I don't expect you to just wholeheartedly believe me, so that's why I've convinced Viture to let me give away a pair of these glasses to one of you guys. So if you want to win some of these, or you'd like to see some of the videos I'm working on with the Switch and the dock in these things, be sure to subscribe to the channel right here so you don't miss out on a free pair of glasses. And if you want to check out some of my other videos that live here on my channel, you can do so right here. And until then, enjoy the journey.